This is going to be a real quick video tonight. This is just a quick one. It's 11:30 p.m. and I'm just recording this on my iPhone 7, which, props to Apple, is still a really good phone for recording. This phone is just real nice for me to get a couple videos out, even if I have to record with it. So, yeah, I brought this phone, luckily. Luckily we can use this. But I wanted to make one quick video, as I've been loving this phone again. I haven't used these features on this phone since like February, but I just started again today, and it's got me back into using these camera, cinematic and stuff again features. So, one helpful feature in the camera app is let's see, your previous picture modes. So if you scroll over to video and close out of your camera and then go back into the camera, it would reset the photo. And if you had some specific settings saved in your camera that you want the same every single time, and it kind of resets like live photo even, and it resets each time you open the app, well, here's how to fix that problem. So it's really simple, and there's actually a feature for this that the iPhone has. So let's unlock it, go to settings, scroll down to, let's see, the exposure on this phone isn't bad. I should have turned that down a little. Let's see if I can do that now. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I do like this iPhone 7 for filming. It's still pretty nice. So let's go to our camera settings. And this is really hidden. And the camera settings on iPhone are really hidden. And you may be like, why is it hidden? But maybe it's not hidden to you, but it's definitely hidden to some people. It was hidden to me, because it just doesn't make much sense. So here it is. It's preserve settings. Right there, if you click that, you have all these toggles and options. I have them all on because I like my settings the same every time I go into this camera app on this phone. So preserve the last, here's the first one, preserve the last mode such as video rather than automatically reset the photo. So this happens each time you open and close the app. That's why it's preserving these settings. It's saving these settings. Creative controls, preserve the last used filter, aspect ratio, or light setting rather than automatically reset. That is a helpful one. I use that for my filters, and I'll change them when I want them changed, but I don't want to have to change them each time I go in there because I use them a lot. And you can turn each one of these off and on individually too. So that's kind of cool. Depth control, I don't know what that is, but it's on the phone, so obviously I have it. Exposure adjustment, you can preserve the last setting you used on that, which is really handy if you're shooting in, higher exposure. You don't want it to reset because maybe you can't get to that same exposure again. You set it, it's perfect, and you just want it to stay, and that's really helpful. Night mode, I don't know how you'd preserve that setting. It's just going to turn on if it wants, but it's there as an option. Action mode and live photo. So those are some options that you can kind of preserve settings in your camera app. Now, some people might not even know what I'm talking about, and some people probably wanted to know if they could do this. But what I'm trying to say is when you open your camera app and it opens in photo, and maybe you have it on video, and you want to close out of your app, but you don't want to have to go back to video again, then turn that setting on and that'll save your video. And that exposure, say you put your exposure on plus 1.3, and then you close out of your camera app and go back into the camera app, and now it's still on 1.3. That's preserving them settings. It's saving them settings. Maybe some people do want that, and I know a lot of people do. I want it, and you put it, and then now it's back to default. So yeah, it saves that setting each time you go into the camera app. It's really handy for live photo because it automatically turns back on. If I turn it off and turn that setting on, preserve setting, it'll keep live photo off. So I don't have to tap it each time I take a pic. So that's kind of handy. So anyway, that's a quick video on how to do that on your iPhone. I don't even have a tripod right now, so that's why this was such a short video, but I'll make a longer one tomorrow. See you guys in the next one.